Okay, all right, we are finally live. I tell you what, let me adjust the camera down a little bit, because I think it's a little high. So there we go. All right. So I apologize if anybody gets a kind of a slight vertigo as we're adjusting, but that should do it. Okay. Well, first of all, guys, thank you so much for bearing with us. You know, last week was a really tough week because Darren and I were both on antibiotics to get over the cold that we'd picked up earlier in the month. And some antibiotics, if you eat them on a kind of empty stomach, will tear you up. And so I was sick and dehydrated and couldn't eat anything. And on top of that, one of our babies died. So really rough week. But you might hear a chorus, you know, in the background because I have Indiana, our last duck, with us. And I got one of those little pet backpack things off of Amazon. I actually saw somebody in the grocery store. They had like I don't know if it was a toy dog or if it was a cat or what, in a backpack. And I was like, oh, that is so cool. I have to get one of those. So we got one for Indiana. And so she is in here with us. And, you know, we'll let her peek at the camera, you know, in just a few minutes. And Darren is joining us now. So, yeah, we're trying to start off 2025, kind of picking up the pieces, as I suspect a lot of people are. It seems, you know, there was an awful lot of crazy stuff to go on over the transition this week. So, you know, we'll be saying lots of prayers, you know, for all of that. And thank you, everyone who, you know, commented when I posted and all that, all the well wishes and the love and support. Really, really appreciate it, you guys. So,
hi, everybody.
Yeah. And, oh, goodness. And yeah, Katie, I saw you're, you know, if you need to get a breathing treatment, then that should take priority. That's important.
Yes, please do. I know all about those.
Yeah.
I live with asthma too.
Yeah. And that's kind of a challenge with this because, you know, our duck Indiana, you know, we're what's left of her flock, you know,
right.
And so she needs us for company.
And I'm allergic to the ducks, but I don't care.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, thankfully it's not as bad as a cat, but they're still allergens, and so we're still I'm having to run, you know, an air filter. I've got another one on order, and, you know, I'm gonna have to keep the place really clean.
Yeah, but don't you worry, Ducky Daddy's not going anywhere.
Yeah. And
Ducky Daddy's not going to be separated from his little girl either.
Yeah. Yeah, so I tell you guys what. Okay. So yeah, before we get started, I'll let you guys. We'll see if Indiana can say hi to the camera. Hi, baby. She's still getting used to her little duck backpack. So, okay, baby, you want to say hi to the camera? Say hi. Hi. So here she is. She's kind of hiding. Okay, baby. It's all right, sweetie. So I'm still getting used to this thing. But yeah, she has white feathers on the back of her.
Come on, baby. Stick your head out for the camera.
You
tried to nearly jump out of the thing with Daddy today.
Okay.
See,
okay.
She's good for Mama.
Yeah.
Anything for Mama.
Aww. Here, you want some water, baby? Here. You know, and people have an entire YouTube channels, you know, with ducks and, you know, letting their call duck, you know, get water from Starbucks. But here, you guys get to see that. Come on, baby. Want some water? Say no, not right now. Yeah, and this is the cup we're using for her. So, haha. You can see the logo. But
that was Daddy's choice.
Yeah. So, okay, sweetie. All right. Okay, well, she's going to be just below the camera. So you'll get to hear her. Yeah. Okay, sweetie. All right. But there you go. So a little bit of ducky cuteness. And if she gets used to it, we'll let her join us for more services. You know, if not, she'll be in her little crib sleeping. So. Okay, I don't know if ducks like being petted, but they do give me pets for me. Um, well, it doesn't. It varies. Because Yotsuba would sit there and dip her head at you. Don't pet me. She would get ornery like that.
Unless it was daddy.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you're their person, they'll let you get away with a lot. Then and
Yes.
and Yotsuba was daddy's little girl.
I miss her.
Yeah. Yeah, but Indiana apparently is is mama's little girl.
Oh, and I love her dearly.
Oh yeah. Well, she loves each. Here's the funny thing. They're very intuitive, and she's very smart. We talk about bird brains, but no, she's quite smart because we brought her in the bedroom, and she will watch Darren transfer, and she will watch me put his shoes and braces on him, and if he coughs, she calls for him like she's trying to check on him. So she's very intuitive. So it'll be interesting to see how she responds to a service, but I guess as a lord of birds, we're tuning in with Horus because we're doing the feast of the triumph of Horus, the victory of Horus, and so if you guys recall, we pre-taped a stream for that a year ago because we went down to New Orleans and had a lot of fun taping that. This year we're scaling it back a little bit, but we've got our hippo cookies, and these are Kinder Happy Hippo cookies, which you can get at World Market. And I thought, oh well, we're going to stab some happy hippos. to do the ritual of the harpoon. So, of course we've got to say prayers for lots of people because there was a lot of crazy stuff to go on over the week. So, we've got to banish some negativity. So, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I know people have pet chickens. It's kind of a different thing, But the thing is, I was raised with ducks, and unfortunately, what happened is my father was one of those kind of people that would get ducks at Easter because it's cute. And then, after they got to be big and, oh, well, it's a problem or whatever, or, oh, well, we're not supposed to have them in the city or whatever, go dump them off at the duck pond. And, I always hated doing that kind of thing. And I resolved to myself then that when I was on my own, I would have ducks and they would have a forever home. And we've held to it. So. So let's get started. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. As Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Unity. We come unto you without. I'm not going to pour water on her.
She said, "Look, she can handle it."
Well, believe it or not, they don't like that. You put a duck in the shower, they don't like that. They like water below them that they can splash in, not raining down on them. When it rains, they actually look for cover. So where were we? I'll give her something to drink. But so these cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Yonashuru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure.
Indiana, get her. She looks at me, no, Daddy.
Here you go. Okay. All right. But yeah, the sippy duck is a call duck. Those are smaller and they're more talkative. Here, sweetie, you want some water, baby?
I wish
Want
I
some
could
cool
show this to
water?
you guys on camera.
Yeah, baby.
It's adorable.
Well, so I'm not interested in the water right now. Here, oh, okay. Okay, sweetie.
It's yellow.
Okay. Well, you know what? She's settling down, so let's let her do that.
Yeah.
We'll let her. She might sleep. You know, and if she does, that's good. We're trying to get her used to this, so I can take her places. My chiropractor already. The ladies at the front desk are like, "Oh, please bring her." All right. Oh, come on. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come, oh come in peace. There we go. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now, and will be joining us in the future, and has been with us in the past. This eye of Horus comes, and we're all purified with it. Receive the light. And we'll light our candle for a second. That she may continue to bring peace and healing to all those who need it. Yeah, is this the wrong grill lighter? Hang on. Which one's the good one? I think the good one's out by the fireplace.
That would make sense.
Yeah, well. There we go. Hold on. Okay. It's okay, sweetie. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, sweetie. You arise in the Alcatis Kefri, O Ra. spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Horu, Lord of Behdet, great God, Lord of the sky, and son of Osiris and Isis. Hail unto you, O Aset the Great, mistress of heaven, great of magic, and mother of Horus. Hail unto you, O Unetridu, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Svet. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Unetridu, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We give to you this milk from the great flood, O Unetridu, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you and cleanses you. It adorns you and takes its place upon your hands. O Unetridu, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Unetridu. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. And by the way, bread is a bad thing to give to ducks. If you go to the duck pond or something like that, bread is basically like junk food. If you want to give them something good, give them something like lettuce or like mealworms.
Dried mealworms.
Dried mealworms are their favorite.
Trust me,
yes.
We know.
So, Indiana won't even eat bread. You toss it down, she looks at you like, "What is this? What are you trying to pull?"
raise them very healthy.
Yeah, they eat better than we do.
Indiana will turn 13 in
April.
April.
Yeah, she makes it to April, she'll be 13. Yeah, and Yotsuba was, if Yotsuba would have made it to March, she'd have been 12. She was 2 months shy. All right. So this is a sparkling cider here. Okay. And now, Darren, I'm thinking of your jokes about one of these things being called a church key.
Yeah.
Yes. So we sit here and pop this open. So. There we go. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Yanachu. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure is Horus, Lord of Edfu, within his house. Pure is Aset the Great within her house. And the Osun and Nisim Neb Keperura within his house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance. Thousands of offerings. All things good and pure. Ra Horeketi, Horo, Aset, Keperura. In every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Horu, O Aset. Come to your bodies, O Yanachu, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Okay, you want to help me, Indiana? Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Horu, before Aset. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horeketi, and your son, the Osir Nisim, the Kepri Ra, your foes retreat from you. And Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. Turn yourselves unto these, your offerings, O Horu Aset, on this happy day of feast. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead, and light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of the stars, that their hearts may be refreshed. Glow. Tachen Kets, Kakao Abdus, and Nutrumahai, Hotnamed no Rabba, Ked Notrim, Kawan Akupunibu, Machrunibu Krenatra. Voice offering, bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And we'll include mealworms in that too. Mealworms and wild strawberries for Tenchi. Because Yotsuba's mate loved wild strawberries. So.
That's you, baby.
Mm-hmm. And we'll include those folks that were just trying to have a good time for New Year's Eve in New Orleans. And
those folks in Vegas.
I don't think I don't think there was anyone else that was hurt in Vegas, or was there?
Well, I
think
say those folks in Vegas.
I mean, if there were
Not only for the individual who died by suicide,
had a lapse in judgment. Yeah.
But also for the first responders that handled it.
Yeah.
Because, that's a burden on them.
Yeah. And also I want to include that flight in South Korea.
Yes.
I think it was coming in from Thailand or Malaysia, and that's very sad too. And we want peace and healing and answers, and
for everyone.
Yeah, for everyone, and greater safety to come of it.
Right.
So
even for our folks in Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. So
love takes no side.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we have some Kemetic friends that are in Russia, and we only get to hear from them occasionally because the situation there. There are lots of folks that didn't ask to be part of this, but they're stuck in the middle of it, and so we want to keep that in mind too. So now we go to our ritual, because the backdrop of this feast, of course, is Horus chasing down the enemies of Osiris, the enemies of Ra, that had taken the form of hippos and other, probably other dangerous animals too. But of course, in the Temple of Edfu, the drama is represented. You have a little bitty hippo that's being speared. And if you'll check on this channel, we did, a little limited animation of, the Triumph of Horus abridged. And it actually is drawing from that ritual. So, you'll hear things that might sound familiar. So, oh, hi, Gabriel. Hey, and B, don't worry about your absence the last few streams. I was absent last week, but stressing over college and family and whatnot. Understand.
We have been exactly where you are, dear friend.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, no Doritos for ducks. Right. Doritos would not be good for ducks.
No.
We got random side the park. Please do not give the ducks heart disease. So, hey, it's Tim here. How are you? And Ashley, hang on. Oh, yeah. Okay. And I don't know what was I was at the beach. Yeah. Well, what happened was someone drove a truck into a crowd on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. And having been on Bourbon Street when there wasn't a holiday going on, it's packed. You can barely drive, You
can't really drive on Bourbon Street itself.
Yeah. Well, no, we've been on some of the streets in the French Quarter. It's just you're kind of going at a crawl because there's people constantly. Now, if you imagine a big party like New Year's Eve or, Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. Thank God it wasn't Mardi Gras.
Yeah. God. Yeah, yes. But somebody drove a truck into a crowd, and unfortunately some people lost their lives because of that. And, then of course there was somebody who tried to blow up a Cybertruck. Well, they did destroy the Cybertruck. They were trying to take out other things with it, but didn't go as planned. And the cynical joke we were making is, well, that's one more Cybertruck down. but yeah, it's just, like I said, really, really sad when somebody gets to that point, So, that's what's been going on. All of that was on New Year's Eve. So we had really, and then of course there was the lightning strikes in DC and New York, because there were storms going through, And somebody pointed out, well, is that a sign? Yeah, it's a sign that lightning likes to hit tall buildings.
Yeah,
but
always has.
Yeah, but it's still, at the very least, the weather was unsettled.
Yeah, I'd also like to offer prayers for the Northeast. There, there's going to be plenty of folks about to get hit with
lots of snow.
What could potentially be life-threatening snow.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling this winter and spring are going to be very tumultuous in terms of the weather, And then, of course, what's spring for us in other parts of the world, like around March, April, Places closer to the equator tend to have heat waves, and so I think about ahead to them too, and so we ask for the weather is this is we can't ask the gods to come in and step in and tweak every little thing for us, but give us the resilience and the tenacity to be able to weather it, forgive the pun, and be able to look after each other and get through this and maybe figure out a way to do something about it. So that's my prayer. So let's go ahead. We're going to get ready to do a little execration. So come, let us hasten to the pool of Horus, that we may see the falcon in his ship, the son of Isis in his war galley, like Ra in the bark of the morning. Set thought to oppress him, but Horus shall defeat him. Now I managed to dig up in my stuff. This thing is probably 20 years old, easy. Some red origami paper. And I couldn't think of an origami shape to fold out of it. So we'll just fold it up and abuse it, as we go. So,
I'm gonna have to step out.
all right. When you want to write anything you want to get rid of on the paper, or and this would be the point where it's like we think about all the things that we want to cast out for this year. We want to get rid of them, make sure we don't have to deal with them this year. So all those things, like fear and self-doubt and and anything you want to add? And then Darren's going to step out after that. Or did I cover it?
Ditto.
All right. Okay. Now, see, this is why you stock up on red candles at Christmas, because you can use them for execration. So we're going to take this and fold it up. And so it shall represent, our enemies of Horus. And, hey, super sticker, thank you. So then we will seal it with red wax. O Horus, guard us from the evil ones, as a wall around a fortress, as a watchman over his village. Hold fast, Horus. Hold fast. See, the thing is, if we were together as a group, we could do that, and it could be something really cool. Everybody could, repeat along with that. And as a matter of fact, when they performed the drama of this in Padgate College and a few other places where they've done it, that's something that they would do. They would get the audience to chime in and do that, and that had to be a lot of fun. So then we will take it and step on it with your left foot. Fall on your face, you rebels, son of Newt and his supporters, who turned to strife who return to rage, who mock him who is placed above you. Hold fast, Horus. Hold fast. So this would be a great thing to do to, like, kind of as a catharsis if you got something you really want to just get rid of, seal it with red wax, stomp it with your left foot, and then stab it with something like my Excalibur letter opener. The gods of the sky are in terror of Horus. He takes hold of the harpoon shaft, for Isis is its mistress. She forgets not the night of flood, forgets not the hour of turmoil. Hold fast, Horus. Hold fast. So we have stabbed our paper. And now we're going to stab our hippos. So if you'll recall, we did a whole bunch of voices for them a couple of years ago. And if Darren were still in here, I'd see if he could do a couple of them. But hail, chief of the two lands when he rises. You guard Horus from those who are hostile. Hail, he who distributes offerings. You are with Horus in the melee, that you may punish his enemy. Hail, bull of the two lands. You assault the one who comes to profane Horus's palace. Hail, black bull. You eat the flesh of those who cause uproar in Horus's temple. Hail, shining bull. You tear out the hearts of Horus's foes. Hail, he who loves solitude. You sharpen your teeth to bite Horus's foes. Hail, his speech is fire. You make your eyes blood red and repel those who come with evil intent. Hail, he who comes with mouth of flame. You turn back the one who is hostile. Hail, death in his face, loud screamer. You surround Horus like a wall and watch over his temple day and night. Hail, fiery one, who brings in the mutilated one. You drink the blood of the one who would violate Horus's shrine. So there we go. We have stabbed our little hippo cookies. And then we cut up our paper effigy. Let's see. So we can treat it like a letter opener. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a sample of it. So we'll burn the rest of it in the fireplace. But in this particular room, there are lots of things that wouldn't appreciate fire. So we're just going to take a representative piece of it. When it comes to that point. But Horus forever holds power over Set and the Mozubadesh. Their evil turns against them. Their sins return to them. Set thought to oppress him, but Horus has defeated him. So this is where we say, be annihilated, O you Mozubadesh. You and your followers, be annihilated. You shall not exist, and your souls shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your bodies shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your children shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your flesh shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your bones shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your magic shall not exist. You shall not exist, and no place where you are shall exist. Okay, yeah, so it's in there with the candle. But yeah, we'll put the rest of it in the fireplace. Justified is Horus, Lord of Bahdet, against Set and the Mozubadesh. Justified is Osir, Kentiamentiu against Set and the Moser Badesh. Justified are Hathor, Lady of Unit, and Jehuti, Lord of Chamnu, against their enemies. Justified is the Osir Nisu Nevkeprura, against his enemies. And this comes from the legend of the winged disc, which is inscribed on the walls of Edfu. Thereupon Horus Behdet changed into the great winged disc and placed himself upon the bow of the bark of Ra. And he placed at his sides Kemetic and Wajit in the form of Uraeus cobras, so that they would make the evil ones to tremble in their limbs. The fiend's boldness was replaced by fear. They did not rise up, and they died straight away. And Ra-Horketi said to Jehuti, "You shall put this winged disc in every place where I dwell, and in all the places of the gods of Upper Egypt, and all the places of the gods in Lower Egypt, and in all the land of Horus, that it may drive away evil." And so that's why you see the winged sun disk over the doorways of temples, because that is meant to drive away evil. So that's like putting the Nazar eye or something like that to drive away evil. Same idea. So now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The Svet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. And may we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti. We may witness Ra's perfection every day. All right, if anybody happens to have tuned in kind of, as we've gone into this, if you're hearing some squeaking, that's our duck, Indiana, who, her flock mate died last week. And so, we're all she has left. And so, we're getting her used to a new backpack so she can travel with us. So. Oh, yes, tribal scribbing. Is there a guinea pig in there? A duck, yes. My second choice. Huh. Neat. Yes, you do magic with a tostada and fork. Absolutely. Yes. Ha Yes. But yeah, if she's feeling up for it, I'll let her tell everyone good night. But we've done that. Now there was one single cookie left in the basket before I refilled it. So this one is going to be our cookie for the week. So I set it aside. And anyone who's tuning in after the fact, of course, this will be for you too. So our first fortune for 2025. And hopefully this won't drive Indiana crazy, because she knows the sound of a bag, a heavier bag with a Ziploc on it, because that's what her mealworms are in. So I had a bag of almonds that I was opening, and she perked up like those were her mealworms. So I had to give her some mealworms while I was eating almonds. Wow. Okay. Well, everyone, September will be a month of happiness, joy, and contentment. And I tell you what, we've been getting several fortunes that have suggested coming, July, August, September, a lot of good things are going to come about. So my theme, and my plan for this year is, to work but pace myself, because last year I was working really hard on that animation like first part of the year, and so I was exhausted for the second half. Well, if we pace ourselves, I'm thinking we could get to some really good things come summer and fall. September will be a month of happiness, joy, and contentment. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do a few fortunes before we wrap up. And then I'll check and see, because our friend that comes over to visit during the holidays and Darren are cooking something for dinner, so I'll get to find out what they're making. But I see some fortune icons. All right. Okay, so Kristen Rebase from Horus. I'll be going to bed after this request, so take this and thank you for the divination. Absolutely. All right, so yep. All right, so so Christian Rebase. Okay. And by the way, if anyone knows where to get like a cake shaped like a hippo or like a red velvet cake, things that this would be a great thing for, the Feast of Horus, which, of course, it comes right after New Year's. So that's one thing that I love about getting to talk to other people. And, we do these rituals and we share notes about, things that we can do to actually celebrate and, practice and make it something more than just, ideas in our head. But anyway, Kristen, invest in quality time with your loved ones. Invest in quality time with your loved ones. So Kristen, make that a priority. Quality time with your loved ones. Yep. Okay. So next was Teso Arts from Konsu. Teso Arts. Good energy will surround you wherever you go. Just keep looking for the moon, I guess. But because I saw a beautiful crescent this evening. But good energy will surround you wherever you go. So, Teso Arts, that was for you. Okay, Katie Horton from Whoever Wants to Talk. Okay, now I'm gonna. Oh, do we have Publix in Louisiana? Unfortunately, no. Yeah, now our friend Preston has Publix, but he lives in Eastern Tennessee, so yeah, they actually don't have those in Louisiana, unfortunately. But because I hear lots of neat things about Publix, but let's see. Okay, so Katie Horton, then Ashley Spradley from Uncoon and Sacramento. So, okay. Katie. Okay, Indiana. Character development is the true aim of education. So, Katie, character development is the true aim of education. Yes, it's not a standardized test, it's building character. So Katie, that was for you. Next up, Ashley Spradley, and then Spicy Phoenix. Ashley, you've got voicemail. The first one. Traveling this year will bring your life into greater perspective. Now the second one. Regularly evaluate your stress management techniques. Okay, so Ashley, here's your two. Traveling this year will bring your life into greater perspective and regularly evaluate your stress management techniques. Yes, are they working? And maybe take a vacation. That might be a good way to cover both. Traveling this year will bring your life into greater perspective and regularly evaluate your stress management techniques. Okay, and so Spicy Phoenix. Yeah, because I think there's someone who had posted a cookie request in the Discord like maybe an hour or so before we started, but I didn't get a chance to go and look. I just saw the little notification, but Spicy, and then Mythwood. Spicy Phoenix. It's okay, sweetie. Spicy Phoenix. Challenges will only fuel your success. So I'm getting a strong sense of don't worry about this year. Challenges will only fuel your success. So don't let it rattle you. That's sense I'm getting. Spicy Phoenix. Challenges will only fuel your success. Okay, and Mythwood. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. So, Mythwood. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Okay. Let's see. Gabriel, anything you guys would like to tell me? And then B. Okay, and then Mike, what? Okay, good night, Katie. Mission. Michigan Mission, that's where I live. Supposed to go to Michigan. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. Gabriel and then B. Hang on, let me take a break for a sec here. You thirsty, Indiana? You want some water? Here, baby. Here. You want some water? See, no, I'm pushing me out. I don't want to be in here. I want to go back to my condo. Okay, sweetie. We'll go back in just a little bit, okay? It's okay, sweetie. Yeah, we're just getting her used to it. I'm going to bring her back to her little condo after this, but so Gabriel and then B. Okay. your dreams close. They are your guiding stars. Keep your dreams close. They are your guiding stars. Of course, remember what Optimus Prime said. Hold on to your dreams. The world was built on dreams. So B. Oh, you got voicemail too. First one, your family will be a source of strength and support. Second one, your finances will flourish with wise investments. So B, your family will be a source of strength and support. Your finances will flourish with wise investments. So invest wisely, and this could be a good year for you. So there you go, B. Okay, and one eye, please. Luckily, Jehuti. How do I stop being so damn angry? And then Kyle Hinahosa from Hathor. Thralo. Yes, a Thralo, that is a duck you're hearing. So. Okay. All right. So one eye, and then Kyle Hinahosa. So Jehuti. One eye asks, how to stop being so angry? July's opportunities will lead to growth. I get the sense that he's telling you one thing that is true. July's opportunities will lead to growth, but he's not going to answer you directly on that because I just get this sense of, you're going to figure that one out. But in the meantime, look ahead to July. You will have some opportunities for growth. And like I said, we've been getting that. So July, August, September, some good things could happen. And I'm hoping that as I get some books written and out of the way, I can concentrate on getting stuff, the legal documents and stuff for us done. And I'm going to throw this out there. And this is something we can discuss on the Discord and the Facebook group and whatever. But there is getting incorporated as a church, but also getting incorporated as a ministry, which doesn't have as many stringent requirements. You don't have to have the priest, your priestly ordination, all that laid out for a ministry, but you can go from a ministry to a church. And there's some that do that. And that might be a more expedient way to get things started, get the ball rolling. So I figured I'd throw that out there, and it's something that we can discuss. And it sounds like Indiana has some ideas on that, but I'll have to find a way to translate them. So Kyle Hinahosa from Hathor. So, Mistress of Love, the wife of Horus, and will certainly cheer him on during this feast. Positive changes are on the horizon this month. So, Kyle Hinahosa, positive changes are on the horizon this month. And what I really like about all of this is there's been, a lot of doom and gloom on the internet, because of all the ominous signs and all the other things that were going on at the turn of the year. But our gods are telling us, don't let that faze you. It's not the end of the world. Ra will come up in the morning. So Thrilo, and then Mary Whipwood from the Jackals. Okay. Hang on, sweetie. Oh, there we go. Adaptability is a sign of strength. So, Thrilo, adaptability is a sign of strength. And I get the sense that, there might be some instance where you're feeling like you're having to, quote, compromise, or do something you don't really want to. But reframe that. Adaptability is a sign of strength. It means you're not inflexible. Hopefully that makes some sense. Hey, baby, you want some water? Yeah. Sweetheart. You gotta be thirsty here. Oh, sweetie. There you go. Sippy, sippy. There you go. Okay. That's good. Oh, you want some more? You want some more, baby? Sorry. Say no, I'm done with it. Okay. There you go, sweetie. Okay. All right, so now Mary's Whipwood, and then I'll scroll down and see if we're missing anybody else. We're asking, I'm feeling Whipwood. Oh, and by the way, you might appreciate this, Mary Whipwood, because Indiana is a breed that comes from England. She is a khaki Campbell, and that breed was developed in England into the 18th, beginning of into the 1800s, beginning of the 20th century, and they're named for the lady that Mrs. Campbell, who she crossbred some Indian runner ducks with I think some ruins or a different breed, but eventually developed the khaki Campbell, and they are a laying breed. So, Mary's Whipwood, on this Wednesday, seize the day and make the most of every moment. This Wednesday, seize the day and make the most of every moment. Okay, and then Sarana. Yes. Yeah. And Puppy Waffles 38 here for Sacramento headquarters, please. Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's amazing the kinds of noises that ducks make, because quacks are only just one small part of it. They squeak, and she has a particular croon that she makes when she's really happy, and this is I think she's a little annoyed with us right now, but they make some really amazing little, and adorable little noises. So she's my little ducky. Yeah. Okay, so Sarana and then Puppy Waffles. Yeah, Yotsuba had a deeper voice. She almost sounded more like a goose, because the quack that she had was almost more like a honk. But sometimes she could, squeak a little bit too. But anyway, so Sarana, good luck is just around the corner. There you go. Serrano, good luck is just around the corner. So hang in there. And now puppy waffles. A loved one's trust is a valuable asset. Don't break it. Puppy waffles, that was some very direct advice there. A loved one's trust is a valuable asset. Don't break it. Whatever you do, don't break it, because once you break it, you can't fix it. It'll never be the same. So, okay. I mean, this is usually where they go. That's okay. All right. Much love, everybody. All right. You have a good night and a great weekend, Tayso. So, all right, everybody. Well, what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to read a chapter for overthrowing the evil one, and this being the ultimate of the evil ones. And then we're going to make our offerings endure and wrap up for the night. So, sort of last call for wisdom, y'all. Okay. All right. Hail unto you, O Ra. You live, and the evil serpent dies. Hail unto you, O Ra. You sail in your sunbark, alive, well, and happy, while your wicked foes are cast into the fire and consumed. Be gone, be gone, Rerek. Be gone forever, Asha. You and your confederates, all of your confederates, shall not exist. You shall not be seen, shall not be heard, shall not be perceived. You shall not act, shall not work hika. You shall not recruit nor grow in numbers. Lo, you shall grow weak. You shall diminish. You shall become no more. Hail unto you, O Ra. You sail forth in joy every day. Your reach is far and long. Your works are mighty. Your powerful stroke hits its mark every time. Your followers serve you. They hear your words. Their voices are heard extolling your name far and wide. The ranks of your followers grow in number and strength. O Ra, your name is established for eternity. Your works endure forever. Ma'at makes her place on your brow for all time. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise. Hail and praise. Hail and praise. Hail and praise. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shinit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentu endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sobek in Nibet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehutin, Chamenu endures. As the name of Ra and the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. Yes, and there's a little bit of a variation here because they're making the offerings endure. Because this is the Feast of Victory, we don't invoke Set, we invoke Sobek. But Set will be back next week. So, you have come in peace, O Ra. You've come in peace, O Horu, O Aset. You've come in peace, O Yunachiru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Horu, Aset. May you go forth in peace, O Yonetru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. You know, I really get the sense that Indiana was trying to kind of talk with me. Because, you know, what we're saying is basically funny quacks for her. So. So. All right. Yes. Oh, I always say you love Khaki Campbell's. Well, I tell you what, guys. Let's see if she's willing to say hello. Here, sweetie. Tell everyone good night for us, Indiana. So here you go. Mary Wet. This is a 12-year-old Khaki Campbell. She's probably breaking a record somewhere. But we've got her little book bag. It's okay, baby. Hi, sweetheart. Say hi. Hi. So we love you, everybody. You have a great week. Happy 2025. And we'll see you guys next week, okay? All right. Okay. Because I'd let her out, but then I'd be constantly cleaning up messes in here. You know, because she doesn't like diapers. You know, if you want to have a duck in a diaper, you've got to train them pretty much from the time they're little so that they get used to it. And we didn't do that with her, so she, you know, would be going nuts trying to preen it off the whole time. So. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, that and Tara, that is a Khaki Campbell duck. They're a laying breed. When she was young, she was laying basically an egg a day, and then she'd take a break to molt, and then she'd be back to it. But you know, now she's retired from that, and you know, her last flock mate died last week. So you know, Darren and I are her family now. We're the rest of her flock. So you know, we're trying to socialize her a little more with. Actually, it's not even socializing. She likes being with people. It's just getting her used to being in a different environment because we couldn't keep her in, you know, the same place where we had her. So she, you know, gets up in the morning and helps us put Darren's shoes on, and she watches us do that, and she thinks we're preening, so she starts preening too. You know, so it's really adorable. But yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, if I can type. Have a great weekend. Be safe. And join us again next week. Well, thanks for tuning in with Indiana. Much love. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. We love you, and we will see you next week.